No. Hello. Everything got screwed up on the. Hi, people. So you just see me right now as we're trying to fix this. Um, I'm here. You see me. Hello. I'm joined by Allie, who you'll see in a
Wait,
second.
are we live?
We're live, right? Yeah. YouTube's just behind. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
What happened there? That's interesting.
technical difficulties.
Yeah. No. One sec. I don't know how two things got screwed up. You don't see the website or Allie. Interesting. But hello, everyone in chat. Hi.
Hi,
Just a
guys.
second as I get this working again. It was just working. I
That's
don't
right. We
know.
gotta play an ad in the background.
They did. Yeah, they do hear you though.
Okay. How's everybody? I don't know. YouTube is just complicated.
No, this is OBS problems.
Oh, OBS is way more complicated.
I had it working. That's so sad. Okay. One sec. We'll get this up. Probably just redo it.
NBD. Everybody is who's on a computer understands, or just on any device.
Should I delete it and re-add it? Hello, hello, hello. Has everyone seen the bracket? It's in the description. I could also paste it.
I can get it. I have it up. Oh, whoops.
I don't want to remove the source. I'd have to. How can I fix the view and also, you know, and also stay live? I think it's challenging. Yeah, there's this bracket.
I mean, if you restart it, do you think it's going to do the same thing? Is that why you don't want to delete it?
I always they might see my whole Discord, but that's okay. Let's do it.
You could,
Remove. Are you sure you want to remove Discord? Add source. This is very. I know this is very exciting.
yeah, it's behind the scenes of overly animated.
No, it just doesn't see the other monitor. Interesting. Interesting. No, here. Okay, okay. I bet I could. What happens if I move the bracket here? Do you see it? Still no. Hi, I might have to go offline for a second to fix it and come back. So I know.
They understand.
Yes, okay. Be right back, guys. 1 second.
Verb.
We'll still be in chat. By how do I do it from YouTube? Yes. Okay. No, but if I end stream, I think I can start stream again. I'll.
As long as it doesn't do the same thing.
I don't know. No, you don't. What you guys put on your own thing isn't going to affect it. I don't think.
No.
Okay, we can stay live as I try to fix it one more time. Okay,
All right.
browser. I'm afraid it's gonna like go away. You know, the YouTube stream.
If you try to move stuff.
No, I don't want a browser source. If I just end the stream.
Oh, change the source. Yeah.
If I window capture. Yeah.
OBS.
Sad. It was just working.
Oh.
I know this is so annoying. I had it working too. Why?
It seems like a YouTube issue.
No. It's showing in OBS. I don't know if YouTube screwed up the OBS, but Allie, do you want to talk about? How about you talk about our honorable mentions? As
Where
I'm gonna post it in the chat, okay? As I try to fix it.
do you want me to just list them?
You can give your thoughts on all these options, okay?
Okay.
Starting with Mingi.
Oh my god. Well, clearly he's probably gonna win whenever season 4 of Infinity Train comes out.
In the 2.0, I know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, we're gonna have to do this. Oh yeah, Scorpia. I'm a little bummed that she didn't make it, but it's understandable. I don't know. She's not. Yeah, she fits. I don't really think Amethyst fits that much. Rad should have been. Wow, there's a lot of good honorable mentions.
A lot of
here,
these
guys.
weren't cut because they were bad options or anything.
Yeah, no, yeah. There's too many to go from. I appreciate that we women himbos. Oh, Amethyst is in here twice because she's just that awesome. Seuss is a good one. Who's Boris? Boris from... Why does that sound familiar?
From Craig of the Creek.
Oh, duh. Dang, yeah. Yeah, with kids, it's a difficult one. And the kids in here, well,
Yeah,
quote
we put a
unquote,
different
Craig
Craig character in earlier instead.
You guys will see. I think that was a better pick. So good job. Mr. Peanut Butter's a good one. I didn't think of that one. Susan Strong. There's so many good ones. I don't know if Steven really fits the himbo category, personally. But he does drink a lot of rustic lemon juice.
I got the thing up. Okay. Will it work
Is working.
if I put it on my second monitor? Yes.
Is?
Okay, the monitor. Okay.
Yum Yum's pretty great. Don't know if he fits. It's hard when it's like they're not people. I mean, it's not that hard when they're not people. There's just so many good options. Superboy Koran. Is that a Voltron thing? Don't remember.
Oh, I bet streamer mode's screwing with it.
Because of course.
On Discord.
Wait, who's Superboy Koran? What is that?
Superboy from
from Young Justice?
Yeah.
Duh. These are all really good choices. And I can't speak to any DuckTales ones because I don't watch DuckTales. Kronk, if Kronk was on here, he would have just won immediately, right. So he doesn't qualify. Because he's the himbo. He's like pinnacle, what do you call it? Not ideal, but he's the mold for what a himbo is. I don't know, these are so good. I like that you put Mingi on here, but not Ryan. We don't know which one of them is going to be more himbo.
Ryan has the glasses, so...
So that automatically makes him...
I'm not thinking that, yeah.
That's fine. We'll see.
Okay. Here's Delaney, yes.
Oh, you got the bracket up.
I got the bracket up now. We could just start. Now I'm just trying to get Allie up, but...
It's okay. Oh, yeah, Adora is going to win. Delaney's right. Well, I mean, that's my prediction also.
Delaney not being here has significantly reduced Adora's chances, I would say. But you're
I
also
don't know.
a big Adora stan.
I'm here also. She has. I could pull up my bracket. She won for me. Blueprint. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you, Delaney. He's the blueprint. But yeah, no, I had it. I mean, I won't spoil my bracket yet, but she wound up being the winner.
You guys are seeing black boxes on the screen. One more shot. Okay. No Allie. That's sad.
Rip. That's okay.
Okay, we'll try to fix it in a second. Okay, I'm here. Allie's on audio.
I'm also here, just invisible.
Yeah.
I'm a ghost.
You can stay on audio in case we fix it, but you're not on, so that's fine.
Okay.
That's
is all good.
We'll fix this. Okay. Let's see how many people stayed through that. Okay, hi. That's good. Yeah,
it looks like everybody.
That's good. Thank you. Hi, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
Yes. No, the bracket's got to stay up. Okay. We good to go. So yeah, Allie talked about some of the honorable mentions. Yeah, Delaney was going to be here. She's not feeling good, so she's in chat. But
oh, you got the vaccine. Well, congrats. But yeah, rest up. Thanks for letting me fill in.
Yes.
Too
We're
bad.
still good to go. We'll see if Delaney's influence will still be felt.
Yes,
Um,
very much.
well, you talk about honorable mentions. People are upset we didn't have some DuckTales characters on here, specifically Launchpad. Um,
From the little I know about that character, he is definitely a strong contender, but we don't watch it.
looks like a himbo, but I don't know the ducks, so that's the problem here. We
Yeah.
could. You pause Littlewood? I thought you'd still be playing Littlewood.
Do
Delaney,
it at the same time.
if you have any info at any point on why Discord is black screen, then we could try to fix it at some point. But I think we're good here.
Your camera or mine?
The window capture of Discord and OBS is the issue.
Oh.
But yeah, we going through the bracket. Okay, so here's the bracket. We're doing brackets for March. Hello, if you're watching in chat, you can tell us your thoughts on each matchup as we go through it. It'll be very exciting. We have a himbo bracket here today. So first of all, what is himbo? It is a made-up word. I know.
No, it's in the dictionary. Actually, I think it's been used in the 1800s, according to some Google thing I read a while back. It's an old word.
Interesting.
It
1800.
just
Okay.
sparked like new interest.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
gonna look it up.
the new internet word just for male bimbo, basically. So we have the criteria of what would make up a himbo here. So dumb is, I think, one everyone can agree on, that himbos are dumb.
Oh, I'm sorry, not the 1800s. First used in 1988. It has a Wikipedia page.
Still earlier than one would expect, but yeah, okay.
Yeet.
We have buff/attractive. This is a contested point for himbo.
Yeah.
So what's your thoughts, Allie, on does a himbo need to be buff?
I think, well, that's the thing. It's buff or attractive, but like some people equate buff to being attractive. I would just say buff, period. You don't have to, like, you can have a weird looking face and be buff and still be a himbo.
Yeah. A weird looking face.
I know that sounded terrible. I don't mean it in a bad way. You could, like, you don't have to be conventionally like Hollywood attractive. You just need to have some muscles.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I think fair.
But also you could have like, you could be stocky, don't have to be skinny buff.
Yeah, there's we'll hit on some different options for who constitutes buff. A lot of people that say himbos being attractive. I also, a lot of these people are going to go through a children, so we're not like going to be judging them on attractiveness. But I think so. For instance, Adrien is a model in the show, so I think that is in Ladybug.
Oh, okay.
So I think that is like he's considered by in universe to be attractive, right? So I think we could consider that, but he is not buff, I guess. But he's also a child, so I don't know what kids are going to be super buff, right? I think we have a lot of
It's
like
fine. Most of these
kids.
people here are like 16-ish or sometimes younger.
Yeah, we have
Actually,
some variety, I guess. Then we have criteria 3. So last stream we ended by people saying himbos need to respect women.
Yes.
I was like, I don't know. Can himbos be bad people? But we decided, at least I did, sweetheart. Like if they're like if you could describe them as a sweetheart, I think that is probably the essence of what people usually think of with the himbo.
Like golden retriever energy, puppy.
Yeah, exactly. Puppy.
But the thing,
energy.
I feel like you can respect women and still be not a good person, at least in certain instances.
I think not mutually exclusive with either. I think so.
It's tough.
Yeah, but if they're bad, not a good, they're probably not going to win the bracket if they're ultimately not a good person.
I've also seen like the argument that it's either respect women or love women. So like, can gay guys be himbos? I don't know. I don't know. I never thought about that until just now.
I think so. Do we have?
I think they can count
any gay guys on here?
Because there's not enough gay men in animation.
Right.
But
no canonically gay ones.
We'll see. Maybe in April.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah. So we're talking about Infinity Train season 4 trailer, by the way, with the Mingy. That's what we're getting at. Next up, we have my pick and Allie's pick. So we're picking based on who we ultimately think is the bigger himbo. So Allie, so in theory, for whoever you want and for whoever I want for our pick category, That's we don't need any justification. But for the other three, we're gonna like actually try to nail it, right? Like who is really
Right.
dumber, So
Yeah.
so this
Oh
is why like
man.
if Delaney was here, like it's like oh Adora wins, but not necessarily because that would only be one of the 5 criteria is who Delaney ultimately
Yeah.
thinks is the himbo. So we don't know, like just
It
because
depends on who she goes up against in the end. That's the thing.
yeah, it's
Because like if she goes up against, and we'll get to it.
you're just putting Adora into the finals. Definitely not a gimme here, I think. Look, we don't know what's going to happen. We can't chart this out until we talk through it for each of them.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there
Delaney's
anything
already
else? Anything
the
else I
first
wanted
one.
to hit on
Do you
before?
have anything to say about the honorable mentions? Like any ones that you
Yeah, I think
really wanted
I
to?
think Scorpio we were gonna put in, but we didn't want 3 from Shira. But you could argue Scorpio would have won the bracket. Shira like
Mhm.
Adora,
There's
Scorpia,
so many himbos in
and
She-Ra.
Seahawk. It's the show of himbos, apparently.
Everyone is a himbo.
Yeah, I don't know.
She-Ra and the Princesses of Himbo.
So Delaney predicts Adora versus Korra. I would
See,
predict not that.
this
But
is what I had in my final.
is Adora
Spoilers,
and
but
Korra? Yeah,
I feel like we're not going to get there.
we don't know what
I'm going to
direction
try to
it's
not
gonna
get
go in.
there.
Yeah,
I
I mean
know.
this bracket in terms of my bias, this bracket has a lot of my favorites, including
Mine too.
Sun from RWBY, Seahawk, um,
Jesse from Infinity
Jesse
Train.
and Infinity Train. So those are those are going to be strong contenders. I'm going to be advocating. Tanya says Scorpia is not dumb. Yeah, not dumb is I think dumb is the hardest one for a lot. A lot of these
Yeah.
characters are ultimately not stupid. Like
Because it's like, do you mean dumb like book dumb or life dumb?
yeah,
Or both, like
uh,
just really stupid.
IQ is a made up concept. It's not real. That's
It's
my
true.
my
It's true. That's what makes it so difficult.
I think a lot of characters act dumb, but you could say
Hmm.
aren't dumb, if that
Yeah.
makes sense. I think Scorpio, Adora are probably in that category.
And what I feel like Korra is also under that category. I think Adora's just dumb sometimes.
Adora, I mean, we'll get through Adora. Okay, so we're gonna go through the left side of the bracket first. We're gonna follow the matchup mode. So there's matchup mode on bracket fights. So I'm pulling it up now. It just puts the 2 pictures side by side, much better for streaming. So, but it takes you through the whole left side, then the whole right side. So we'll get a finalist before we even hit on half of the contenders here. But let's start with our first matchup, Ali. Adrien from Ladybug versus Zane from Kipo, the 1 versus the 16 seed. So you don't watch Ladybug, so that'll be the only 2 you don't have a lot of feedback on. But I can give the lowdown. Adrien is our 1 seed because when we came up with the Himbo idea, end of last stream, Adrien was the first name people said. So
Hmm. I
that
mean,
was,
I could see it. From what I do know about Ladybug, I understand why he was picked.
oblivious instead of done, says Silver in chat. Yeah, it's interesting. Adrien, definitely oblivious. So dumb. Is Adrien dumb? Look, we meme all the time that Adrien and Marinette are the dumbest people, mainly because they do not recognize each other. They're very
Yes.
close in real life. They don't recognize each other as heroes.
Hmm.
And I think the episode Kwame Buster, we've talked the most about Adrien being incredibly stupid. As he sees Marinette and a clone of Marinette and her as Ladybug side by side, and they look the exact same, and he cannot tell the difference.
Wow. I
So
should watch this show.
it's very silly.
Oh man.
But he's smart in school. He's like school smart, but he's just
Everyone in Ladybug is stupid. Delaney
lacks
said.
common sense. Yeah, they are all stupid. So then there's the question of Cat Noir
Yeah,
versus Adrien.
right. I was curious about that. They're the
Adrian's
same person.
they are the same person. That's why we have them both. Adrian's more reserved. Cat Noir is more like a stupid,
Cocky.
cocky. Yeah, more a traditional himbo, I would say.
Okay.
So we can consider both.
I
But
think Delaney said he's not buff. That's the thing.
so
But
definitely
we're
not buff, but he is a child. I mean, I don't think there's any kids on here who are super buff. So I think that's tough. Are we just gonna rule
Bolin.
out? Yeah, I mean,
No.
Bolin's
He's not a child,
at
so it's
least
fine.
17. God, the fact that I can't remember Korra ages, it's been too long.
No, me neither. Probably 16, 8. No,
I
I
think
don't
we were
remember.
always a little unclear, but
Yeah. Until the end. It's fine.
yeah. So Zane from Kipo, he's a minor character. I think that's mainly the reason why he's 16 here, but he's pretty straightforward himbo.
Yeah.
He's one of the 2 goons of the last villain, right?
Hmm.
And you can
That's the
also,
thing. Goon is like a subset of Himbo, I
yeah.
feel like.
Is he dumb? Yes, he's dumb. He's more traditional dumb. We have more evidence that Adrien is dumb. Uh,
Then Zane, yeah.
Jesse's buff. We'll see when we get to Jesse. Jesse's picture if he looks buff.
He's a swimmer. Of course he's buff.
Uh,
All swimmers are buff, but he's also still a child. So.
yeah, is Zane or who? Oh, it's
Jesse.
Jesse. Is Jesse a swimmer? I forgot that. That's why he has the
Yeah.
athletic jacket. Yeah.
Well, he did. He wanted to swim a certain stroke. I love Jesse.
Who's more of a sweetheart? So Zane is on the evil side, but he quickly turns in the last season.
Yeah.
But Adrien is as Cat Noir. I wouldn't describe him. I mean, he gets more sweetheart, but he's very cocky. But I think you got to put Adrien ultimately for the sweetheart category, just because Zane is a villain.
Yeah. Well, also, I mean, Adrien is the main character. That's the tricky thing with this. This guy, Zane, has, I don't know how many episodes he's in, but I don't know how many lines he has
definitely
either.
the most minor character on here.
Yeah.
We just wanted some Kipo rep. So I'm gonna say Zane or Adrien definitely sweetheart. We can probably say Zane for buff, right? Greta, the other goon, is also a himbo, right? So it's both of them.
Yeah. I thought she was more of a himbo than this guy because she had all the, like, quote unquote dumb lines.
I don't know why we have. Yeah, they're both. I mean, the whole question of like, do you have to be a guy to be a himbo? I mean, we have multiple women.
Exactly.
It's interesting, but Greta also is a himbo. Who is dumber? I mean, I think we got to. Let's start with your pick, Allie. What you know about Adrien from what I've described? Who would you give this to?
Probably Adrien, because if he saw a clone next to each other, that sounds really stupid.
Yeah, I gave you his dumbest moment. Yeah.
That's so dumb. I love it so much. I'm trying to remember Zane if he did anything like outrightly that dumb, other than just like what side he was on and like lines he had, but nothing sticks out as much as that, and I haven't even watched Ladybug.
Yeah, I think he just acts dumb, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I'd give it to Adrien. The buff thing is, I mean, to me, that's like the last criteria.
Interesting, because that's the least important. Yeah, we have them equal in terms of...
Like, to me, it's personality first, look second, because that's just how I see people, but...
Yeah. Okay. What an admirable trait. Yeah. What a humble brag that was by Allie.
No,
I'm not shallow. I'm not shallow.
I'm very shallow. But like when I'm thinking about characteristics,
it's what we strive for. Yeah.
I try very hard.
Okay. So you said Adrien. Yeah. I mean, I say Adrien too. Sweetheart goes to Adrien. Buff goes to Zane. We didn't even figure out dumb, but that is going to send Adrien.
No. I think dumb. Adrien's dumb because if he saw the same person next to each other and he didn't think they were the same person.
Okay. We're ruling Adrien here. We have to continue him out of the first round.
So dumb. You have to tell me what episode that is so I can watch out for it whenever I start.
We'll see if you watch. We'll see. Okay.
I will eventually. It's on my list.
Moving Adrien on to the first round, and we get to our second matchup. Am I actually going to update all the matchups? I guess so. We have our 8 versus 9 King River from Star vs. the Force of Evil versus Korra.
See, this was legitimately my hardest choice, and I still don't know.
This is a tough one. So I started Korra as like a lower seed because I feel like Korra is not a traditional himbo, which we can talk about in a second. But I moved her up to 9, but maybe not high enough because everyone's picking her. River, I also tried hard with these two pictures here. Look at this buff contest going on between River and Korra. This is
it did not help making my choice.
It's tough. Let's talk about Korra. We love Korra. I feel like Korra. It's tough to call Korra a himbo because I feel like she's too complex. That's my first reaction. You know, right? Like I think we both think that Korra has one of the best arcs in like TV history.
No question from me because I'm biased as
like
hell.
She's such a good character, and I feel like she starts as if you look at the she's buff the whole time. If dumb and sweetheart, I feel like she starts dumb but hot-headed, and then she ends up smart but sweetheart. So she kind of is never both at once. Maybe so
she's like a reverse himbo, actually, but she doesn't lose the buffness.
I think she kind of starts as a himbo, but a mean himbo, and then becomes not a himbo. Yeah, I think we have another character I think who goes on that arc from himbo to not himbo. Maybe Jessie too.
But also we have a character who goes from not himbo to himbo, so she's like the de-evolve. I don't know the word. The opposite of evolve.
Devolution. Devolution. So I mean, I think Korra's just like for me. We're gonna go through the process. We have 5 points. If you get 3 points, you win. So we can't
Oh,
just decide. But if I was gonna pick this, I mean, Korra's just not a traditional himbo at the very least.
I think you're right. Oh, I picked her on my original bracket, but
Well,
I
we'll
think you're
see. I
right.
mean, we're just this is high level talk. How about River? So River, Star's
Yeah, I
dad,
mean,
acts very dumb the whole time, but I think we see like I think he's one of those characters. Acts dumb, but he has smart moments.
hmm
Um, the he's
It's because
very
he's always well intentioned.
yeah he's a sweetheart. Yeah, although I think he is a you could argue he is passive to the monarchy, right? Like he lets
Mhm.
Moon do bad things at times.
Absolutely. He's
Yeah.
sweet to her because he's in love with her. Like when they meet too, that was what I was thinking. But yeah, he is unintentionally sort of evil. I don't know if evil's the right word.
Yeah, I don't think he's ever does super bad things, but you could argue he doesn't actively do good things like Korra tries to do. Um,
Yeah, and
mostly,
obviously he's buff.
I think a himbo. I think sweetheart doesn't mean super good person. It just means someone who
Yeah.
tries.
Mhm.
Yeah, or is a sweetheart just means well intentioned. Angel says about Korra, I think, do you think she'll be a himbo in a casual setting? Right, so it's
Like
like
if she wasn't the Avatar.
after the show ends and she's just chilling with Asami. Is she gonna turn into Adora? Is she is
Well, I don't know. I mean, we've seen the comics. She still does try to do good. She's actively being trying to make smart decisions.
yeah?
Um,
I feel like
I
it's
don't
yeah. I think I'd call River dumber.
definitely.
Yeah,
I was thinking more book one Korra when we're talking about her. It's like intelligence, but you have to go with like how they are at the end of the
we could
series.
yeah. I mean, I think we could take the whole thing if we want to. We could try multiple aspects.
But I mean,
But
she get like through in the second half. No, sorry, the first half of book two, she's also pretty dumb. But after that, she like makes all the best decisions. Not the best, but she tries very hard to be smart.
Jay
River's kind of like he defers to Moon all the time. Not that that's a dumb thing to do. I don't know. It's hard.
Jay Phonics
I
says
would say,
evil people can be himbos. Can you be a sweetheart evil person? I probably. I mean, it
yeah, you
depends what
can
you mean
love
by
women,
evil. Do you mean you're on the bad side? Because there's plenty of like Scorpia's on the bad side and she's a
right?
sweetheart, right? I think it just
And
depends what you
like,
mean by
is there
evil.
anybody else like that on here?
We'll
Maybe we'll
see as
get
we go
to.
through. So dumber we're giving to River.
Yeah,
Buffer. This is tough because they're both really
mm,
buff.
they're so buff.
I think it's hard. I feel like we have to give buff to. I mean,
Korra.
to Korra. That picture of River is pretty convincing.
It is. This I hate that this is the toughest decision. Which one of them is buffer?
It's really they could be the two buffest people on this bracket. I mean, there's like Bismuth, Bolin. I mean, no, but these are
Adora too.
um,
They're so
Adora.
buff.
Korra
Why
at
is this
least
so
looks.
hard?
Korra, I think Korra looks buffer than Adora in the show, but both of them. I also think you have to consider that in terms of how we traditionally draw kind of men and women. Or we
Mm-hmm.
conceive of them. If a woman's like kind of buff, that's like very buff compared to a man.
Yes.
Because men in like in TV shows are like default buff. I feel like it's like
Hmm.
there's different like defaults and standards. So I feel like Korra being just like generally buff is like pretty groundbreaking. At least I was at the time.
Yeah. I mean, it still is not like groundbreaking, but it's still
Still
rare
unusual to see.
sometimes.
I mean, people criticize RWBY for the RWBY characters not being buffer, right? So it's still like an issue. I
Hmm.
think that's ongoing.
Yeah.
I think yeah. That being so, what considering what I just said that there's kind of different standards, I would say Korra for buffer.
Yeah. I mean, I would too, just because I'm biased. And like I mean, this is the thing I said before. You can be stocky and buff like River is, but like Korra's like,
Yeah, different types of buff too. Yeah, you don't
yeah.
have to be as stocky as River. I agree. That's a
But
good
I would
point.
just give it to her because I love her, and I'm like in love with her. Um, but
Well,
it's hard.
that's for your pick. You see the criteria number 5. That's your pick. You know.
Well, no, but I'm talking about just the buff part. When we get to Sweetheart, this is where I struggle the most.
So Sweetheart is tough because, like we said, Korra, pretty mean or at least hot headed in the first 2 seasons.
That's the thing. She wasn't ever mean, but she was like not as kind-hearted, I guess.
Yeah, if that is if we want to make that distinction. River, I mean,
Never. Well, I don't know. Go ahead. Sorry.
is there a difference between like amicable, like generally friendly, and sweetheart? Like he's generally pleasant, but does
Right.
pleasant mean sweetheart?
Not necessarily. And like you don't really see him be sweet, like quote unquote sweet to anybody but River. No, sorry, Moon or Star or Marco, I guess.
Sarah says Korra's more
Um,
attractive. I mean, arguable. Look at River. Like
I
let's
don't
just
know.
look at that.
Listen,
Look at River. Look at with that beard too, with the braided beard.
I don't know. Get
But
you a man like that.
Yeah, Moon did. She did.
I'm being serious, like completely serious. I don't know.
She did. It's like sweet. I feel like the thing with sweetheart, Korra at the end of the show is more of a sweetheart than River ever was. That's my take. I think she ends up like super. I feel like she's just a super sweetheart in the last season.
Yeah. Yeah.
But regardless, I feel like we're probably both gonna pick Korra in terms of our pick.
I mean, I was gonna, but I'm still. I don't know.
If you can be close, then you can pick Korra.
I'm probably gonna pick her.
Okay.
This is so. I hate that they were together. This was the hardest pick for me.
I'm gonna pick Korra too, just because River. I think Delaney would never describe Korra as a sweetheart. Interesting. So yeah, we could give River a sweetheart and then both pick Korra, and she'd win from Buff and both our picks. Even though, so she can win 3-2 here. But that's close. I feel like River's not someone who I'm looking at as one of the top himbos in the bracket. I do think he's a good like pick here, but
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it is the two closest seeded, so maybe we're right here. So it's more interesting to move Korra on anyway. I don't know if considering our discussion, here, I don't know if she's gonna end up winning.
Probably not.
So let's pick Korra, and we're gonna move on to a tough one here.
Wow, Delaney would pick River. That's really surprising. I'm shocked.
Okay, so Delaney was just rooting for Adora then, so that we'll see when we get to Adora. So let me get this next matchup up on the screen, which is Jessie from Infinity Train versus Kim from Miraculous Ladybug.
So you definitely have to tell me about this guy from Ladybug.
He's a minor character. So we have a new contender from Infinity Train after the trailer today, as we said. Will Min be more of a himbo than Jessie? We'll find out. But Jessie, pretty classic himbo, I feel like.
Yeah.
Delaney says Kim twice. So Kim is a traditional. These are two pretty traditional himbos, I would say. I think so. The thing is, Kim is more minor of a character, so he's just like the school. He's like kind of in the position of being the school bully. Like he's that type of like, but he's really sweet. That's the thing. He's like not a bad person. He's like that kind of role in the show.
So
but
he's
just
jock.
He's just a jock, yeah. But he's very sweet, very dumb. Looks pretty buff in this picture.
Yes, he has the hair. Also, I can tell. It's a good picture.
Nice hairstyle, yeah.
Frosted tips. Is that a himbo thing?
That kind of seems like a himbo thing.
It totally does.
Let's talk about Jessie and Infinity Train. So, the thing, you could argue that characters like Jessie are not going to be dumb enough. I feel like he acts pretty dumb, but he solves a lot of puzzles and stuff in the season. I feel like the train kind of tests your intelligence in some ways, which is dumb, but...
Yeah. Well, your emotional intelligence, that's the problem.
Oh, it's kind of trying to help you out, your emotional intelligence. I like that.
Yeah.
But Sarah says, Kim is best friends with the nerd character, Max. Yeah. Are they? I do not even remember that they're best friends.
Does the nerd get like picked on a lot and he defends him?
Oh, Kim is a swimmer too? That's right. So these are both swimmers here. What a good matchup. Okay.
You didn't know. That's a really good
matchup.
I
kind of forgot both were swimmers. Kim's one big episode is a swimming episode, so I should remember that.
Oh. Well, Jessie also only mentions it once.
Yeah. Does he have to swim in the season? Probably. So, this is really close. So who's dumber? I mean, I feel like Kim is dumber.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't say for that one. Because Jessie's not dumb. He's easily influenced, which is not necessarily a dumb thing.
Yeah, I think Jessie's going to be too smart to win this bracket. But you could say that about, like I said, you could say that about a lot of characters. Who's buffer? Are you convinced by this picture of Kim?
Yes, but Jessie has his jacket on, but they're all like
his jacket on.
The kids are kind of drawn not like the same, but like
they're different. They're different styles. I think is the problem. Yeah, I think it's harder to be buff.
But they are both. Do you remember what stroke Kim swims? So I think Jessie's was butterfly, and that's like a really hard stroke to swim.
I like that. Okay.
I don't know if it matters.
Do a swimming contest to see who wins. Yeah. Okay. Sarah says Ladybug Wikia. Why? I didn't want the Ladybug Wikia. I wanted your expert Ladybug opinion, Sarah.
I want to know if he like ever has to like pull his head out of a locker. No, pull his head out of the toilet or pull his friend out of the locker. Like, does he defend him from being bullied?
Defends him from probably like Chloe, I think, who's the mean girl. Like, Chloe.
Okay, yeah, that counts.
Yeah, this might be a sweep of criteria 1 to 3 for sweetheart, but you could argue Jessie bigger sweetheart, as Delaney says. I would argue that. I think he's such a sweetheart in the show, and Kim is too. But I feel like we see more from Jessie.
He goes back on the train, and for someone he just met on the train, so that's like I mean, I don't know. I don't know about Ladybug. So
That's tough to
this is
beat. Tough to
hard.
beat. I mean, Kim doesn't have as much like big main character stuff to like that to do. I think.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Why
So
is he dumb though? We haven't heard why Kim is dumb.
he's just dumb. I don't know. He doesn't. He's just kind of. He's like like that kind of like he's. Uh, Sarah says came with receipts. Yeah, but I wanted more opinion from you. I believe you. You know, the Ladybug Wikia can be questionable. I feel like, but thank you for coming with the receipts. Who's so we can say Jesse for Sweetheart. So Jesse has a chance here if he sweeps both of our picks, but Kim is winning 2-1 going into our pick. So where are you? What are you thinking, Allie? From what you've heard?
I mean, based on the first three criteria, this is why I try to base my pick around who's winning in the criteria. So I feel like I'd have to go with Kim, but I don't know enough about him. It's tough. Jesse, this is the thing. He really, because of the style, I can't put him for buff, and he isn't that dumb. But I don't know really why Kim is dumb. But I would definitely put Jesse for Sweetheart. So this is tough. I don't know. I'm kind of struggling.
Yeah.
Leaning towards Kim because he kind of is winning.
I'll pick Kim and put Kim over the top. Chat seems to be on board with that too.
I want to know why he's dumb. I need more examples.
He's just generally dumb, but we can see if people in the chat will have examples. But we'll move
he's
Kim
a simple
on here.
boy.
Look, I'm upset that I stand Jesse. I'm upset that he's losing here, but
I know, me too. I had him win.
He's too smart for this, so that's fine. He's too smart for this. But Kim is advancing as we move to our next round. I forgot Lance was in the bottom left. Okay, I guess we switched that up. So we have Sun, aka my favorite ever.
The best.
AKA the absolute best. Versus Lance from Voltron, which is an interesting pick. We love Lance too.
Do we?
I mean, I'll say I love Lance. How about that? He's a complicated character. Lance probably not winning Sweetheart here.
I mean, I don't know. This is the thing. He has kind of like a Korra Sokka-ish transformation. Like, doesn't drink a lot of women juice, but at the last season he just chugs it, so he's nicer. But I don't know.
Oh, that's what happened. I X'd out of the. Oh, see, now we have to go back into use matchup mode. I have to repick all of the people again.
Oh no, it's okay. I got it. It's Adrien, Korra, and Kim.
Yeah, I mean we can. If we forget who wins one, that's a bad sign. Okay, now they're back up on the screen. Okay.
I don't know for Lance. I don't remember. Like at the beginning in the first season, he was just like typical jerk, but he becomes way nicer.
Yeah, these characters both go on a transformation from kind of not the nicest to but much nicer. The thing is, I think Sun starts off less mean than Lance and ends up nicer, right? Like
he's never mean. He's always perfect.
You could argue he's kind of chasing Blake, and he ends up figuring out that the journey is not to go after the girl; it's to be a good person. Like that's his journey, right? Angel says, I don't know this RWBY character, but he's definitely buffer. Like, look at the picture we chose. Other than the fact that his abs don't show in this picture, I think at some point they got abs into the animation. But we don't know because he's not on the show right now. Sun is perfect. I love him so much. He's a monkey boy. He's the best. Sun is dumber. I mean, the thing is, again, Sun starts dumb. I feel like, or at least he kind of acts. I feel like he's never dumb. You could argue Lance is dumber.
Lance is way dumber. I feel like with Sun, it's putting on an act, like to be like.
Yeah, a lot of these characters are putting on acts. I think.
With Lance, it's definitely not an act. Like he says some really stupid stuff in the first few seasons.
We got to give Lance dumber. I think we got to give Lance buffer. We got to give Sun, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, look at him. He has muscles bulging out of his sleeves and his shirt,
and we love that. We love
his shirt's never closed. We love to see it.
Oh, you love to see it. Yeah,
I want him to come to where everybody has their winter clothes and his shirt's still going to be open.
I know we're robbed of him being like, oh, I'm not cold.
It's going to happen. He's going to show up in the last episode.
Oh, I hope so. But regardless, we'll see him next season in the desert, right? Like, yes, right.
Yeah.
And then Sweetheart. I mean, again, Sun, right?
I think so. It's tough. Like you said, Lance is complicated. In the beginning, I really did not like him, and in the last season, he was like most precious boy. I don't know. It's hard. I feel like I'd probably just go with Sun because I prefer him personally, but I think
Yeah,
I'm not
I
just
like Lance a lot. I really like Lance. I love him and Keith. I think he's acts mean a lot on the show
yeah,
because he's
yeah.
in love with Keith. Hashtag Clance. But
Fun.
no, I
I
mean, I
like
think
it.
yeah, I definitely think Sun's bigger sweetheart. He's going to be my pick here. Although I do think like, can he win this bracket given he's not that dumb? We'll see.
Yeah. I don't, I don't know if I don't know who would if like Lance would win this bracket either though. I
Yeah.
don't know enough about the
Yeah, I
other
think
guy.
Lance was probably one of the weaker seeds. Maybe Corin would have done better from the show. Um,
If she was
yes.
up against Lance?
Just in general, Corin. I don't know. He's buffer at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. So are you picking Sun as
Well,
well?
I think so, yeah. I'd
Okay.
argue that Korra might be buffer than Sun, but I'm picking him.
Cora buffer than Sun. No, we're just doing Lance versus Sun.
Oh, sorry, I thought that was who you were referring to.
Lance
No,
versus
he's
Sun.
definitely buffer.
Coran from like the guy, the mentor guy on the castle, the zany guy.
Oh, Koran.
Corinne. Yeah, I don't remember. Okay.
Same
Yeah,
thing.
arm leg says Lena. Yeah. Okay. Bye Voltron. Yeah. We picking Sun. Now we're
Wait,
on
arm
to
leg? What does she mean arm leg?
Clance. It's another name for Clance.
What?
I called
That's
it George.
amazing.
This was early podcast stuff.
Wait, what? George? When
Uh,
was I? You have to tell me this later.
yeah, I'm comparing. It's because it's like it's a Sakasuki reference, right? But yeah, that's what I was going for. Adrien versus Korra. We all have been begging for this them to meet, right? We two of our favorites, I guess. But this is fun. This is a funny matchup.
Oh, we're gonna do it this way. Okay.
Yeah, well,
Oh
like I said, this is what
no.
the bracket site does. So we have to go through all this side first, and then we'll have one finalist. Then we'll get to the other side. Okay.
Oh no.
Adrian versus Korra. It's tough.
This
It's
is
tough.
hard.
First of all, Korra's buffer. No contest
Yes,
here.
yes. But
Uh,
is she dumber? I feel like she's not dumber. From what you've told me about Adrian, she's definitely smarter. Or she tries to be. He's not trying hard enough if he's not the same person next to each other.
I mean, here's the thing. Korra would not do as well as Adrian in school. How about that? Does that matter?
That I can. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's the
Do we care
thing.
about that?
But she did. Did she. The spiritual stuff count as school?
Did
Probably.
she fail
Yeah, she
Airbender
would.
school?
Yeah. Yeah,
April
she
says
did.
Korra super buff. Yeah, we got buff. Yeah.
But Adrian is a like straight A student. Is that what you're saying?
I think he comes off that way. He takes many extracurricular activities. You know, he's forced to by his dad.
AP
He's like
classes.
forced to yeah.
Oh, sucks. But yeah, it's valid. That happens. Yeah, no, she would be dumber, I guess. It like book wise. I don't know about like street
Yeah.
smarts because Adrian sounds really stupid.
How about Sweetheart?
Mm. For me, that's tough.
I think Adrian is more of a sweetheart than Korra, but as Adrian as Cat Noir, I feel like Cat Noir and Korra would be friends. Like they can be pretty similarly cocky at times. I feel like
I see that.
Adrian has tutors. Interesting. Adrian is less self-aware, says Angel. Yeah,
I
yeah.
could see that.
Adrian's more oblivious. I think that's for
Hmm.
sure. But are we categorizing Adrian oblivious as dumb? Angel says every Ladybug character is dumber. Yeah. So should it be relative to other people on their show? Because everyone in
Mm.
Ladybug is the dumbest. So if we go by that, then they're unbeatable.
Yeah, it sounds.
Is
I
Korra
think
dumber
that's
than other Korra characters? I feel like Korra characters, the main characters, are also kind of dumb. Mako
well,
pretty
she's
dumb.
smarter than
Bolin kind
Bolin.
of dumb.
Asami's not dumb, obviously.
Asami's smart, right? So we've one out of the four.
Cora's the second smart in the group. 2 out of 4.
Yeah. I tried to be like Mako's a himbo. People didn't like that when I suggested Mako as
He
a
doesn't
himbo.
drink enough respect women juice. He cheated on
Well,
both of his girlfriends.
well, yes, but well, okay. I don't know.
I'm not letting them go
She
ever.
is one of his. I don't. Okay, I don't
By
need to
the end,
rehash
he
book
does.
two. I don't remember. I'm not going to go back to that place.
I mean, it's not really his fault in book 2, to be fair to him.
Sweet. I think that we said sweetheart though, right? Like I think Mako season 4 Mako. I feel like is kind of a
He's
sweetheart.
a sweetheart
with,
in book 4,
yeah.
definitely.
So it would be
Everybody
interesting.
is.
We
Everyone
went with
got
Bolin
soft
though. Anyway.
after book 3.
Okay. This is tough.
Hard.
Yeah. So
So Korra
Korra's
wins buff.
buffer. Yeah, we got that.
Who I think maybe Korra might. Okay, so do we put street smarts above book smarts for dumb?
Let's like average them out. How about that?
How is that possible? Okay, so you need street smarts in the real world more. So if we're doing that way, I would say Adrien is more dumb.
I
Like if he
think
does well in school, but not
Adrian acts like Korra acts dumber.
Yeah, but
Look,
she
I said
tries.
Mako. I said Mako. What is the juice reference? Yeah,
Respect women juice. That's what you have to do
yeah.
to.
It's one of those internet terms that is unexplainable. You just have to like have heard of someone say it
It's
before.
very, very much explainable in the way that you drink juice to like, I don't know, you drink orange juice to have calcium. So you drink women juice to respect women.
Um,
It's self-explanatory.
yeah, I don't know if that explanation helps. Okay. Uh, Casanova bracket, right? Like, what bracket can we put Mako in? That's what I'm thinking.
Oh God.
Characters
Wait, why
we hate.
Casanova?
Um,
Characters who the fandom hates the most. We could do that.
characters who we have hated the most on the podcast. Mako would be number one seed, I
Who would
think.
be number one from RWBY? That would be a hard one. It would just be every RWBY character.
For sure.
Fair.
But there's RWBY would have a lot of contenders. Okay, that would be
Yeah.
fun. Okay,
Good
back
one.
to this. We're taking too long.
Spec lemon juice.
Speckle. Speckle was another option for this bracket, by the way.
No, but Speckle's smart. He's very
Speckle's
smart.
Yeah.
He's
Characters
adorable.
that suck.
Sarah, I'm sorry. It is respect women juice. I apologize for slurring.
Sweetheart. Who's the sweetheart? I'm gonna.
Yeah, I don't. This is hard for me to say. This is up to you because I don't know Adrien well enough.
Yeah, I think you think of Adrien more for sweetheart than Korra. I think so.
I would assume so, just because I know book one Korra is kind of mean. Not mean, but there's no malice intended, but she's hot-headed, like you said. And
Yeah.
Adrien, is he ever hot-headed?
As Cat Noir, but it's like
Yeah, it's
something he
like a
puts
Spider-Man
on.
persona is what
Yeah,
it sounds like.
he likes the concept is he's like sheltered by his dad, and so when he becomes a hero, he gets to like let loose. So he's like putting an act on basically.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna go Adrien for sweetheart, Korra for buff. Who's dumber? Well, do we have a pick? Do we want to? Do you want to make a pick here?
I would put like life smarts above book smarts. So then in that sense, Adrien wins dumb because Korra tries to make good life decisions at least after book one. And from Adrien, I'm sure he tries to make good decisions, but like, come on, you don't know that your friend is your lover / superhero crime fighting bestie.
Yeah. Okay. We'll put Adrien for dumb. I think that's tough. Okay. Yeah, it's tough to counter
so
that point.
hard.
Okay. So Adrien's winning 2-1. Who's your pick, Allie?
Personally, of who I want to win, I would say Korra, but going from criteria, I have to pick Adrien.
Well, you don't always have to pick which of the three, who has more of the three, right?
That feels like lying.
If you feel stronger, like I think Adrien is not buff enough, so he's disqualified. So even if he has the other two, so that you could say that, pick whatever you want.
It could. I'll pick Korra just because
Okay.
I love her so much.
Okay,
But buff is the
2-2.
last criteria for me.
Comes down to my pick. Okay, this is tough.
I trust you to make the right decision because I could.
No. First of all, I think either of these two are vulnerable to the winner of Kim and Sun in the other
Really?
side of this. I think they're vulnerable.
That's true.
Korra's like my dog will eat you. If Korra would cut in line, Adrien would never. Yeah, okay. I think we made the right call on Adrien being more of a sweetheart.
Yeah. Oh yeah, even in book 2 she did that. I forgot.
Like, so I'm gonna go back to what I said in the beginning. I think Korra is like almost.
Oh yeah, she has the avatar state, which makes her like kill mode. So good point.
Yeah, I mean she could. Yeah. She doesn't control it well in the beginning. It's kind of a handicap. I think so. I'm gonna go back to what I said in the beginning. I think Korra is a little complex to be him, but I feel like she's never all of the criteria at once. And I think Adrien, at least in Cat Noir mode, is pretty much a classic Himbo, I would say. He's like a Himbo partner in his role to Ladybug. And I think he's Himbo-ish as Adrien as well. I'm going to pick Adrien here.
Yeah, you made the right decision.
Okay. We'll see. Well, chat's going to be mad, but I'm picking Adrien over Korra. Okay.
No, I mean, it makes sense.
Close matchup. And we're moving
I appreciate that you brought it back around to that she's very complex.
Look, all right, people can't be too mad if I'm saying she's too good of a character to be a Himbo.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, I just picked her because I love her and I want to see her win everything, even though I know she won't.
Yeah, which is, I mean, it's fair. Who you love is also, I mean, if they're like a character that inspires that much love, then I think that is good too. I'm putting up
Himbo criteria.
I mean, for
Does
Himbo,
this spark joy?
Does the spark joy? Yeah, that's true.
Should we do that kind of bracket? Which character sparks the most joy?
That would be who's the biggest sweetheart. Okay, we have Sun from RWBY versus Kim from Ladybug. Here we go. This is interesting. They are both side characters. We have seen a lot more of Sun in the show just because RWBY's been on the air for forever. Ladybug has too, but it just never airs. The who's dumber? I think
Yeah,
this is. I feel like this is Kim, right? Like I think Sun is. We've just established is pretty smart.
that's what I would say. I don't know anything about him, and from what you guys are saying, he doesn't have specific moments, but
Yeah.
Sun is smart. He just like has an act that he puts on, I feel like.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's an act. So yeah, we're gonna say Kim is dumber. Buffer. I mean, they're both pretty buff,
Yeah, but Sun has his shirt open all the
right? I
time.
mean, that's a classic. We want to show this character as buff move. They have their shirt open and their abs showing off. Yeah, we gotta go Sun
Like
here.
all the time.
Okay.
All the time.
Delaney's protesting Adrian's inclusion in the bracket. Okay, we'll know. We'll mark that down. Look, he's not winning. It's fine. He's not going to win, but he's in the final four.
Especially if Sun comes up against him, he's gone. Like
Either I think you could argue Kim would beat him too. But that'd be fun if it was an all Ladybug. But let's decide. Yeah, Kim dumber, Sun buffer, bigger sweetheart. They are both sweethearts. So so Kim is just like generally a sweetheart. He's generally nice. Sun, I feel like we see we see a growth arc from him. He maybe starts off a little less of a sweetheart than Kim, ends up as taking more sweetheart type action. So I think that's a tough one.
yeah.
Kim argued with his Kwame. I forgot that. That's a good call. Yeah.
What does that mean?
We had Michelle and Beatrice watch an episode of Ladybug. They struggled with Kwame's too, and Miraculous it's a tough guy. It's tough without watching the show. Kwame's like a little animal thing. Yeah.
I just googled it.
Kim is swimmer buff. Sun is a tank. Yeah, I like that. I feel like regardless of Sweetheart, we both might pick Sun here in terms of our pick, which would give him the win. But what do you think about Sweetheart?
Well, I didn't think Sun went through as much of an arc. I always thought he was sweet, but like you said, he probably did it just because he was sweet on Blake initially, and then he was like, no,
you could argue he was just trying to chat up Blake, yeah.
Yeah.
The thing with Sweetheart, Sun has one of the most shocking like TV dude bro moves, in that he is like wanting this girl and then just completely like lets that go as he becomes a better person, and
right, but that's such a himbo move.
Right, I think it's like Sweetheart in a himbo way. Like I feel like he becomes the himbo almost. Yeah.
I forgot. Did you watch the half of it? Because that's like exactly what that character goes through in that movie.
Yeah.
The guy.
Yeah. That's when we started talking about Himbo a lot. Was on that movie.
Yeah, because he was like the textbook like Kronk Himbo.
I'm trying to remember the specific plot points of the half of it. I'm not, but yeah. So
like the girl and the guy were into the same girl. The guy found out that his friend was into the girl and was
spoilers
like,
for I don't know. Yeah,
they don't care. It's not animated.
Unfortunately, it was I think not as good as we're expecting, but I don't know. Yeah, it was.
But I'm trying to also think Kronk. Like go back to Kronk, who is most like Kronk in those ways.
Yeah. So, I mean, we have an argument for Sun for Sweetheart. Also, I'm going to pick him here. I also think Kim's a little too minor to win this bracket.
That was my thoughts too. He's minor, but again, I don't watch Ladybug.
I mean, Sun's also pretty minor. Unfortunately,
not really. He's all up in it in book 4, in season 4, volume 4. Wow, I lost it for a second. And volume 5, if I remember correctly, he's there all the time. Just when Blake is there, but
yeah, not anymore. On the show. So, okay, sounds like we're both picking Sun.
I am.
Okay. I'm picking Sun too, and I think I'm going to pick him for Sweetheart as well. So I'll win 4-1 here over.
I feel like I should be arguing with you more on this, but now this is going to be very.
Now we have our first Final Four matchup. We've gotten down to.
This is so unexpected.
This is probably who I would have picked on my bracket. I'm not sure, but this is we have Adrien from Sun. Keep that one. Sorry, I'm updating.
Sun is minor. Sun is minor, but it's from what I'm hearing, it sounds like he's way less minor than Kim.
Yeah, I think so.
They're both blonde. These guys.
Sun from RWBY versus Adrien from Ladybug. Okay. We've talked through the characters a lot so far. Neither is a perfect bet for Himbo. I would guess that whoever comes out of the other side is going to win the bracket, right? Yeah. I think both of these have fatal weaknesses, but we'll see. This is going to be maybe a light finals matchup for the other side. Dumber. I think Adrien, right? I think we're picking Adrien. Like we established, Sun not that dumb. Adrien, very dumb.
Sun, it's an act. Adrien is actually just oblivious.
Buffer, Sun, right?
Sun. Yeah.
But I mean, we're going with Buffer more than it because Adrien is considered to be like apparently the most attractive person in the show because everyone likes him and stuff. So,
Yeah, and also it's the style. It's tough.
yeah, Sweetheart. This is tough. I think Sweetheart.
Tougher for you because I don't know Adrien well enough, but I feel like they're pretty evenly matched from what I've like seen
Yeah,
and heard.
yeah. I think
Coin flip.
Sun looks like time skip Adrien.
I
Wow.
mean,
We
basically,
would be
because they
so
both have
blessed if Adrien, like, until we got 10 years in the future, Adrien, and he had his shirt open. Like, we'd be
I
so
mean, that's such
lucky.
a good take. They have the same hair, they have the same color shirt, and it's the same kind. It's open. Wow, that's a great
They
take.
both have white open shirts, yeah. On the
Oh my
outside.
god. Wait, does
Sun
Adrien
just is,
have jeans? Are they blue jeans?
I think, I would guess, yeah. I don't really know, though. Okay, we only have an above the waist picture of Adrien. Um,
Time skip Adrien. That's beautiful.
so we have, yeah, okay. So we have Adrien's dumber, Sun's buffer, Sweetheart may be tough. So let's walk it through. So I mean, if we go by the criteria of who would like not like never cheat on a test or cut in line or something, I do think that's Adrien over Sun. I think Sun would do those things. If
Oh yeah, he's a trickster.
he's like a trickster, does that preclude him from? He's like a sweetheart, and yet he's a trickster. So that's interesting.
Yeah. I mean, you could be sneaky and sweet, but yeah, it kind of not that it negates it, but it does make it tougher. Mm.
Uh,
Adrian wouldn't like steal or anything.
I think the problem, yeah, I don't think he wouldn't. No, as Cat Noir, but as Cat Noir, he would like talk back, but he wouldn't. I don't think he'd do anything. Yeah.
Mm.
In terms of pick, it's possible that Adrien wins 2-1 of the criteria, but in terms of like who our pick is, Sun is definitely more of a traditional himbo type than Adrien. I think Adrien's a little less of a traditional pick here. Like
Mm.
when I think himbo, I don't think Adrien. So like, does Adrien want to be in the finals? I
Yeah,
think
that's what
Sun
I'm.
more than Adrien.
Yeah, me too. I mean, initially when I did this bracket, I had Korra versus Adrian, and that was no, sorry, Korra versus Sun, and it was a pretty easy choice. But this also feels easy in the reverse. I don't know.
So you're saying it sounding like you're gonna pick Sun here.
Yeah, just I mean, it's tough because I don't watch Ladybug, so I feel like I'm biased. But from what I know, it seems like he fits the criteria more. But with Sweetheart, it's tough. It seems like Adrian would be sweeter.
Um, yeah, we could give Sweetheart to Adrien, but I think we both might pick Sun to put him over the top anyway. I think that's what's gonna. I think that because I'm gonna pick Sun here. That's what I'm feeling right now. Also,
I,
I'm in love with Sun, so
I
I'm
would say
biased. But we love Adrien too. We also
how
love
old is
Adrien.
Sun? They're not the same age, right? He's
No,
older.
Sun's like Adrian's like 14. Sun is all of the RWBY characters are somewhere between like 16 and 22
16.
or something, right? Like I don't know at this point how old they are.
Yeah.
They're like up closer up there at that point. Okay, we both picking Sun.
Yes.
Okay, Sun wins 3-2 over Adrien. It's close though. Wow, Sun
I
close to
wanted to
being
be more
crowned the
combative.
ultimate imp
Bad.
himbo. It was fun. It was a fun debate.
That was very fun, but I feel like I should be going against the grain more with this.
Maybe we're making the right choices. Maybe that's
I
all.
think so.
Okay.
That's what it seems.
Already 7:30. We had technical problems waiting, so we're gonna go faster through the right side of the bracket. How about
Yeah,
that?
it's fine. I mean,
Um,
it's up to you.
yeah, I'd
These
definitely prefer
are
finish
easier
weight,
at
but
least.
Adora versus Bismuth. I think Bismuth is fun to think of as a himbo because she's super buff and a sweetheart,
She's
but
not dumb.
not dumb. Yeah,
She's so smart,
yeah. I
but
think
she is cute and she loves women.
yeah. It just, is that unfair? Who's the most ladies person? Does that is that
Well, I
the
don't know. It's
they're
because
both very
Adora definitely went dumb. Like that's no question.
yeah,
But
Delaney, I did not intentionally put them together. I just ranked Bismuth as 15. I didn't think about the matchups at the time, but
you should
yeah.
be happy it's at least not Korra versus Adora because that would be impossible.
So Delaney's gonna be pushing Adora this side. Adora's the ultimate himbo. We can talk through Adora a little bit.
I'm probably gonna push for her too, just because how dumb she is. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I think Adora acts dumb, but I don't think. I think she has several smart moments in terms of saving the world. I think you could argue those moments come from her being like a brave hero versus like a calculating person, I guess.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah, but I feel like Korra acts dumber than she is. Or Adora. Adora acts. Wow, they also sound the same in the names. Interesting.
They do.
Who's buffer?
Bismuth.
Bismuth. I mean, at least in the
But like
pictures.
also, this is the thing. Is it Adora when she's She-Ra, or is it just Adora?
Is this the real picture of She-Ra? I feel like she's not that buff in this picture. Is that?
No, that's her first form. Like
Oh,
literally the first time she transforms. When you get to ponytail She-Ra, she's very buff.
okay. She even gets buffer. This is the one
But not
people
buffer
complained about not being too buff. Like she gets way buffer in the show, right?
She's real buff. Like at least in the fourth season when she has her final form, but also when the animation budget is higher,
Yeah.
and they can afford to do it. But Bismuth is definitely buffer. I mean, she's a rock.
You could argue Bismuth is more of a sweetheart too. Honestly, you could.
I think so. Like I mean,
she wins 2 of the 3 categories. Like I think we're gonna pick Adora anyway, just because Bismuth is too smart. That's why I'm talking about. Like one of the categories could weigh more than the others. You know.
I agree. But that's the thing. Bismuth, like she was never on like. Well, no, that's not true. I was gonna say Adora was from the Horde, so she like was mean at first, but also Bismuth tried to kill Rose and Steven.
They both kind of before the show starts, basically, are kind of in villain roles, but never in terms of the actual show.
Well, no, I mean Bismuth. You see her try to kill Steven on screen.
In her first episode, yeah.
But they do it for reasons.
Okay, I think we're both picking Adora probably in terms of our picks.
I mean, because Bismuth is very far from dumb.
Yeah.
Adora's
so Adora's only going to win 3-2 over Bismuth. We'll see if that portends poorly for her or not. Probably doesn't matter. Just Bismuth.
It depends on who she goes up against.
Yeah. Okay, here's a very fun matchup. We have Kasey from Mysticons versus Tribore from Final Space.
This is so fun, but for me this wasn't hard because again, I don't think Tribore is dumb.
What do you think of Tribore as a himbo? Someone suggested, and I was just tickled by that concept. I think that's why I included him.
No, I appreciate that because I did not consider it, and when I saw it on the bracket, I burst out laughing. It's perfect, but he's not buff. Conventionally,
but look at that smolder in this picture. How is he not? He's very attractive in this picture.
Doesn't he also like get all of the people in the show?
Oh yeah, everyone loves him. Yeah.
Yeah,
he's like a fangirl. Yeah, but it's kind of like Tribore's like a joke. It's like he acts dumb, but he acts super dumb. But he's like the leader of the. He's silly, but he's the leader of the rebellion, so he's super competent, and he like looks like a stupid alien, but he has a fangirl, right? So it's kind of like they're doing like a.
Right, but doesn't he also like have a lot of people he sleeps with or something? It's been a while since.
There's at least I don't remember either. Well, it's coming back though. Yay!
Yay!
Where's Soren? Who's Soren?
Soren? Oh, why is that name familiar?
I know.
Why is that name familiar?
Soren there's other anime Sorens. I don't know.
No, it's from not an anime.
Kasey's from Mysticons. You haven't seen Mysticons probably, but Kasey is kind of a traditional himbo.
What is it from?
And he's like a himbo love interest to one of the main girls. He's not that dumb either, Kasey. He's pretty smart.
Yeah, I would say Tribore is smarter.
Tribore, at least, I mean, it's hard to call. He acts dumber than Kasey, but he's the leader of the.
Does he?
He's a leader.
It doesn't seem like. Okay, so is it dumb or silly? Because
right, you could argue Tribore's more silly than dumb. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tribore's a figurehead, says Steven. Yeah, I feel like the show kind of presents Tribore as getting stuff.
Why is Soren from Dragon Prince?
Yeah. Look, if we still acknowledged that show's existence, we would have Soren on here, but unfortunately, we do not. So.
He's a pretty good contender.
Yeah, he would be. Yeah, I agree. So
M is a himbo. That's true.
M from M. Yeah, M. I like M. This is a himbo relationship with M and Kasey.
It is.
Like it. That's so cute.
What do you get when you put two himbos together?
Himbays. Yeah, he's a good match. I don't know. Buffer. I think Kasey's buffer. Yeah, I think we have to go with that.
He has that.
I'd say Kasey's more of a sweetheart too. Tribore's like annoying.
So. Like Tribore is, for lack of a better term. But I feel like Tribore doesn't fit any of these categories. That's why I was like, why is he here? But I love that he's here.
Yes, Perlison, on time for Mysticons. Yeah, we have our Mysticons representative here. As well, every bracket, we'll probably try to have a Mysticons person just to keep it going.
We should have had Kasey up against M. That would have been tough.
That would have been fun. Kasey's the obvious himbo from Himbos. Yeah.
Himbos. Oh, I love it.
It's funny.
It's perfect.
Yeah, I think regardless of who's dumber, Kasey's buffer and more of a sweetheart, and I'll pick him.
Himbays. Stick with Himbos. I mean, I really don't think Tribore fits any of these. Like, what
Okay.
you're arguing that he, like, for attractiveness, buffness, like, yeah, he has fangirls, he has partners. I don't think he's dumb, and I don't think he's nice. So
Yeah, we'll
Kasey
pick
gets my
Kasey.
vote.
I just think I do think Tribore's probably the most obvious himbo from. I mean, honestly, Gary is
Oh
kind
no,
of a
Gary
himbo.
is. That's why I was like,
Yeah,
why is he here and not Gary? Or even Hugh.
he would be funny. Gary, I think we'd have a tough time with Gary. He's definitely not a
Gary,
sweetheart, at least in the beginning.
but
That's a,
he, I mean, he becomes very sweet,
yeah,
at least to where we are
yeah.
now.
Gary would have done better. It's in retrospect. Okay, we're
He has
picking
a
Kasey
very
though.
similar growth arc to one of the characters we're going to get to next.
Yes, but here we go. We have Bolin versus Sokka, the all Avatar matchup.
This one, I mean, I struggled with it at first, and it's going to be hard again now, but let's go through it.
Is Sokka Bolin? I feel like is more of an obvious himbo. Also,
Yes,
please appreciate the picture I picked of Bolin
I
as
do.
as
Thank you.
Nuktuk for this bracket.
Yes,
Yeah,
sure. Sun's out, guns out, man. Come
very
on.
look hard to argue buffer with these two pictures.
Yeah.
Hard to argue buffer.
Well, this is the thing. What if you picked like adult daddy Sokka? I'm sorry, I used that word. What if you picked
What?
adult Sokka?
What was that?
That's what everybody says. I'm on Twitter too much. But like, I mean, he's buffer, and like in book 3, I don't know. Yeah, for buff, Bolin definitely takes the cake.
Yeah.
Look at those thighs.
I think
Dang.
Bolin's. I mean, yeah, right. I think Bolin's also dumber because
Yeah,
Sokka is like the strategy person of the
he's
group.
the idea guy and the inventor.
I do think Sokka is like dumber in the sense that he starts as like idiot.
Sexist, yeah.
Yeah, you're welcome, Angel. Everyone, yeah, you're. I don't know if we had a Sokka pick. Yeah, you're right. Older Sokka would have been the.
I'm not banned, Delaney. You go on Twitter. That's the thing. When we get to the respect women juice thing or like sweetheart thing, he was not so nice before he met Suki, and then everything changed when the
Yeah,
Earth Kingdom attacked, I guess.
I guess so. Um,
Bolin's always been sweet.
Jay Phonic, unmute the screen of the stream. You don't hear this, but unmute. What do you have the stream muted for? Unmute the stream. Don't say you have the stream muted.
What's the point? What are you doing?
Sokka's too smart to be Himbo. Okay, yes, I think so.
By the end of book 1, I would agree with that.
Why is Bolin for Sokka like in terms of size? Did the animation style change, or did they just make buffer people? I think they just made buffer people in Korra, right? Then
They
Avatar.
also do. Well, yeah, that's the thing. But oh yeah, they're both like 16, aren't they? When the show
Supposed
starts.
to, Sokka. Avatar.
Listen,
You can't.
Bolin,
Avatar ages are so stupid. Like Azula's 14.
they're really
Like that's
dumb.
so stupid. Um,
But like Sokka, I mean, when you get to like the bender versus non-bender argument, it's a stupid argument to make. But like, I don't know, they're training more. They had to do pro bending stuff.
yeah. Does being a
It
bender
doesn't make
make
a
you
lot of sense.
buffer? Anyway, I also think Bolin's more of a sweetheart.
Yeah, definitely.
I, thi-
Sokka's not that nice.
I think Bolin sweeps 5-0 here.
0. I mean, yeah, probably. It's funny.
Bolin is a championship contender. I think.
He is.
I
I
have some
know,
arguments against him when we get down to tougher matchups. How about that?
Yeah, if we get to
Yeah.
that's
Okay,
gonna
we're
be
picking
hard.
Bolin now. We're moving on to our last first round matchup.
Okay, I want to know No, go ahead.
Seahawk versus JP from Craig of the Creek.
Who chose these as a matchup?
It's a funny
Like,
matchup. I didn't choose
it
the
was
matchup.
Sokka-
I just seeded them, you know?
That's fine. I feel like if it were Sokka versus Seahawk, it would have been a way harder pick.
Yeah. I mean,
But also because JP is a child.
JP is a child. So here's the thing with buff for JP. He's large for his age. Does that mean he's
Sure.
buffer? He's a large child.
That's the problem. Like it's not like it's buff, quote unquote buff, but like big also could be the criteria, I guess.
Big, right?
Like,
He's just tall. He is tall. Does tall equal buff? We
No.
love JP though. We went with JP over Boris, even though Boris is probably more of a
It's
traditional
huge.
himbo. Boris is
Probably would have
huge
been
too.
an actual pick because he is like literally huge. He's adult size compared to every other kid.
Boris is the traditional himbo. I tended to try for the more major characters. Here's the argument for JP being a himbo. He's a tall child. He's he acts very dumb, and he's a sweetheart, right? Like he's the sweetest.
Right. Yeah.
Um,
But he is a child. That's my biggest.
JP is a himbo prodigy. Okay, he's on track to be the himboest of all the himbos.
Okay, all right.
Maybe he's not there yet. Maybe Seahawk is there right now. Maybe Seahawk's gonna win this matchup.
He's been
But
there. I mean, you see Hawk. He is the dumbest mofo.
he's very
I
dumb.
love
It's
it.
hard to. I mean, Seahawk is a traditional himbo. He is a large arg. Also, Seahawk is like when people are like, I hate Seahawk, here's my Seahawk is like so you're at like an all women writers room, and this is like their ideal himbo character. Like
Exactly,
this
yes.
is them trying to write the most appealing himbo for them. So
He's perfect.
he's perfect in that way. Yeah. Johnny Test
especially
is
because all women writers room. Johnny Test. Why does that sound familiar? Oh, that's that other cartoon.
Maney.
I don't know.
Yeah, Maney likes JP. There you go.
Oh yeah.
Himbo Seed, yeah. Like he look. When we get the Craig of the Creek time skip, I think JP will be the biggest himbo.
Are we?
I think we've had flashes to the future. I don't know if they've actually been older or not.
When they go to college, he'll reach his.
When we
final
get
form.
the college Craig spinoff, he'll be super himbo in that show.
Craig of the college.
Craig, oh, we'd love to see it. Yeah, Craig of that. I guess the location changes.
Working
yeah.
title.
Yeah. I think JP is definitely a bigger sweetheart. I think he got that one down for that criteria.
I don't know. That's tough. I mean, Seahawk is like. I don't know.
Seahawk
Sweet
is
obviously Marmista.
Seahawk would cut in line. Seahawk is a pirate, like, but
Yeah,
he's a sweetheart underneath. He just he tries to be like a little bit more of a villainous
Vigilante.
thing. Yeah, I think we can say he's buffer and more attractive, dumber. The thing is, Seahawk with the boat burning shtick. I think that's tough to beat.
That's not a dumb thing to do. It winds up being very effective.
He's once,
not twice, right?
Like twice, I mean, yeah.
Maybe.
We're picking Seahawk here, right? Both of us?
Oh, yeah. But okay. I'm like with dumb, I don't know. I feel like because JP is a kid, he's still learning. You're allowed to be dumb when you're a kid. Like, that's not necessarily a himbo thing when you're little.
That's right. Seahawk is older. We should expect him to be smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. So we're picking Seahawk, but we'll check back in on JP when we get the spinoff. Okay. That's a tough next round matchup. We have two tough matchups here on the right side of the bracket.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh, no, okay, no, it did work. Okay, I thought bracket fights was gonna quit on me. Okay, we have Adora versus Kasey here, as we're whittling down the matchups. Kasey much more of a minor character in Mysticons, but I
mean, I'm gonna pick Adora, but this is tough.
Let's talk it through.
Yeah.
Seahawk is Seahawk's not the nicest. We'll get back to it though. I mean, I think he's nice underneath, but
oh yeah, Seahawk. Sorry, I thought you were talking about Kasey.
Yeah. Okay, who's dumber of the two here? I think Adora acts dumber. For sure.
Yeah. Well, when you say act, she's not like putting on an act. She's just like doesn't try hard to be smart. Like Kasey, at least, like he's like a ship captain ish.
Mm-hmm.
But she's also, I mean, she's basically the avatar of their universe, Adora.
Yeah. You could argue that it's like a little mean to call it. I mean, the show makes fun of her for being dumb, but she's sheltered and she's learning about the world. Like it's not her fault that she's so dumb.
Yeah, but she's still dumb.
But she is, yeah. I think I'll say dumber for Adora.
I don't know. I feel like I would go with Kasey.
Really?
I don't know. It's tough because,
like
you said. Well, at least in the first few episodes when she doesn't know anything about anything, then she's dumb. But then the only time I can think of when she's dumb is when it's when she has to be around women or Catra, something like that. Mostly when it's with Catra. But even then she tries to strategize around it. She is a strategist.
Yeah, I don't think Adora is the dumbest character on this bracket. I'll say that.
No.
Is Adora really dumber than Seahawk?
No.
Right?
No, just about women. But everything, she... In terms of planning and being a fighter, she's smarter.
Yeah. Okay, we'll come back to that one. Buffer, I think Adora, right?
Adora.
Yeah.
She's She-Ra. That's kind of cheating, but definitely Adora.
Iris, yeah. Delaney, yes. Iris in Littlewood, yeah. She was. I know it's great. She wants to marry you at first. Littlewood's a good game.
It's not Stardew Valley, but different.
Yeah, it's basically Stardew Valley. It's fun.
Nice.
Delaney and I've been playing. Sweetheart.
I feel like Kasey might win Sweetheart. Maybe.
Yeah, I think they're both. They're both big sweethearts. This is a tough one.
But she's that's the thing. At the end of the day, they're both still war people. They fight all the time. Mm-hmm. That's a hard one.
Both of them fight. Kasey's a pirate.
And Adora is a warrior princess. Mm-hmm. But the warrior princess of the universe.
Adora's definitely dumb in some ways. We're just trying to. We're getting down to this. She's a contender to win here, so we have to really get into this. Sokka is dumb. I see. I feel like I am more willing to say Adora's dumb than Sokka's dumb. I guess just because Adora's not the strategy person, like Bo is the strategy person.
I mean, yeah, I guess that's true. But don't wait. No, she strategizes. She did the princess prom strategy.
Was that her plan? I don't remember.
She had that whole chart up, and like she's like, this person.
That's an argument for her being smart. Yeah, she like learns all the stuff. Yeah, okay.
Like she's book smart.
So we're on the fence about dumb and sweetheart, but but Adora wins buff. Are you gonna pick Kasey over Adora?
Probably not. Probably not.
Yeah, I'll pick Adora too. I don't think Kasey can win the bracket, so I'll pick Adora. Okay, so we'll say Adora 3-2, but only potentially barely won over Kasey here. We didn't really flesh out the other two categories, but we're gonna pick Adora over Kasey as we get to a really tough one here.
Who's socially dumb? Both of them. That's the problem. Probably no, they're the same. Socially dumb.
Yeah, Kasey, I think exceeds expectations of dumbness, I guess. But here we have Bolin versus Seahawk.
Yeah, this one's tough.
Bolin from Korra versus Seahawk.
Bolin wins buff.
I think
this is where I'm like, we've been going from buff instead of like attractive, but I feel like for me, Himbo is like just large.
Yeah,
not attractive.
Fair. Yeah. Adora was smart in the hordes. Is very interesting. Yeah. I mean, she was the star student, right?
Yeah. Force captain.
Interesting. Dumber. I think it's Seahawk. I think Seahawk's much dumber than Bolin. Bolin is here's the thing. Okay, here's my argument against Bolin for Himbo. Season 4, I think he has this whole arc where he gets like he's kind of on the Kuvira side. So that's not a great look for Bolin. He's not his most sweetheart at that time. But
you could also argue then that he he goes through that arc and then is smarter in the end, so he's not that dumb. Is that where you were going?
I was more in terms of sweetheart. I feel like he's not the biggest sweetheart. Okay. He has some stuff going on underneath.
Yeah.
He at least has a slightly villainous. I mean, Seahawk does not nice things. Pirate. Yeah. Seahawk, he sets fire to ships. I feel like he's a sweetheart, and I think Seahawk's dumber, but Bolin's more of a sweetheart would be, I guess, my thought.
Yeah, but they're both equally dumb, Angel said, and I agree with that. That's where I'm really having trouble. They're both so stupid.
Yeah. I don't know. To me, it's like, is Seahawk the dumbest person in this bracket? Like, I think it's possible. he at least acts. No one has a dumber thing than his burning the boats gag. Like, no one is dumber than.
Why is it dumb? It's been effective.
It was, but that was like a twist, right? That it was actually effective once at the end. Yeah.
But all of Bolin's decisions are dumb.
Yeah. I think Bolin has more brain cells. How about that? What do you think about that? It's questionable. Okay, I think it's close for dumb. Who do you think? Do you agree Bolin over for sweetheart?
Yeah. Because at least in book 4, he is blindly following someone he assumes is doing the right thing. Like Seahawk is a pirate and he does burn people's ships, and he is that a word? He probably steals from people. Mm-hmm. So.
Yeah, they're problematic Himbos. I think so. I think Seahawk more problematic, I guess. Although Seahawk's presented in a lovable way always to us. We're kind of just cutting a little bit underneath that.
This outfit is also reminding me. Bolin's outfit is also reminding me when they were filming. He kissed someone without consent, so that wasn't so nice.
Yes, yeah. And not the nicest opal at the end too. I feel like.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I still think he's more of a sweetheart than Seahawk.
I agree.
But in terms of my pick, I'm tempted to say Seahawk just because I feel like when I think Himbo, I think Seahawk, not Bolin. I feel like Seahawk's more of an archetypal Himbo than Bolin.
Yeah, I agree with that too. Just because, he has everything out of his mouth is a gag. At least Bolin has serious stuff in the last
Bolin's
season.
more complex. If we said Korra's too complex to be a Himbo, is
Bolin also.
Bolin's not as complex as Korra.
No. But Korra is a more
just because
Avatar is a more complex series than She-Ra.
Yeah, I didn't put Seahawk's seed on here. I think he's the 6th seed. Yeah, so just because someone's a more traditional Himbo doesn't mean they're the pick here, though.
Yeah, I feel like I was leaning towards Bolin, but I might go with Seahawk. I have to do this again though. So Bolin wins buff. I still don't know who really wins dumb, but I think Bolin wins sweetheart. But dumb, that's the hardest one. I don't know. What did we say for that? I don't even remember.
I think I was saying Seahawks dumber. You said it was tied. Is where we kind of ended up.
Yeah.
So I think it's fair.
Damn.
But are you gonna pick? What's your pick though? This is either of us picking Bolin would sway it here.
Oh, ooh. I think I would pick Bolin.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think we can go for a 3-2 win. I'll pick Seahawk, and then Seahawk can win dumb, or it can be tied, and Bolin can win 3-2 over Seahawk. I think that's fine.
Okay.
Okay, Bolin.
That's such a hard one. That was,
It was
like
tough, but yeah, Bolin is going to win.
unexpected.
And this is our final second to last matchup of the bracket.
Oh.
We have Bolin versus Adora.
This is harder than it would have been if it was Adora versus Seahawk, I think. Because they're both buff. Both pretty dumb. I don't know. Who's more dumb? I feel like Bolin might be more dumb. Because, like we said, Adora is smart in the Horde. She was a strategist.
Yeah.
Who's more sweet? I think Bolin also
I
might
think
win
Adora
that one.
acts dumber. I think Bolin kind of acts kind of dumb too.
Yeah, he's so dumb. He acts really dumb. Oh, no.
It's tough.
Oh boy, they're both dumb. Yes, Delaney.
Car alarm outside.
Adora is way sweeter. I don't know if I agree with that.
I
Like,
think Adora's sweeter. Just
really?
what we said Bolin has some problematic moments and is on the bad side at one point. Adora does like crush things, like is aggressive.
She's very like she's hot-headed in the same way Korra is, I think.
I think she's always hot-headed in a sweet way, I feel like.
Yeah. Yeah. Good intentions.
I don't know. Buffer's tough because you know how I was talking about how like relative
yeah.
to standards. Hard to beat that picture of Bolin, but Adora's also buff.
They both have like really short pants.
Yeah, in these pictures.
Oh no. Oh, that's hard. I'm always tempted to just go with buff women because we don't have enough in any media or just the universe, but
I would have picked Korra over Adora in terms of buffness.
me too.
So it's not like she's the buffest
animation.
of the bracket. We know that for sure. Bolin has the buffest picture. Does that matter?
No. Well, I mean, because Bismuth is probably arguably the most buff because she's literally Jim.
Yeah. Non-human.
It's fine. Tribore isn't human either.
I think you could definitely make an argument. Bolin is dumber and buffer.
Yeah.
And Adora
That's
is
where I'm
sweetheart.
leaning. That's where I'm leaning. But I need to pick Adora. There's no way.
So you'll pick Adora, right? In terms of your pick.
I have to. There's no way.
So we know Adora has 2 for sure from Sweetheart and your pick. Dumber. Are we definitely going Bolin for dumber?
I keep leaning on the fact that like Adora was really like top of her class, book smart. Like Bolin is just stupid all around.
Yeah, they both do act dumb at times. I think Bolin has less of a smart foundation underneath.
He made like I'm only thinking he made one good decision in book 4, and that's like the only thing I can think of. Everything else he kind of just like
does him screwing things up, like him going down the wrong path. Is that a dumb move, right? Like Adora only goes down the right path since the start of the season.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, really.
Yeah, I think we'll say Bolin's dumber. Who's buffer? I mean, that's just tough, right? Like I think
so hard. I'd have to pick it. Well, objectively, it's Bolin. But that's the thing. It's like the gender BS.
Yeah.
That's a tough one.
I think it's basically tied because we have Bolin's dumber, Adora's more of a sweetheart, Buff is kind of tied. You're picking Adora. I'm a little in the middle here. I don't. To me, neither of these are traditional himbos. Seahawk would have been more of a traditional himbo. I feel like.
Well, if we're going traditional, Bolin is more of a traditional himbo than Adora.
It's because he's a dude, I guess. But
yeah,
and Adora is a main character, so that's different.
Yeah. Well, so is Bolin. He's a main character. She's the. Is that what you said?
The main character. Yeah. I mean, I meant the. So I think that's tough.
Oh no. I mean, I would pick her, but for buff, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, we might pick her as buff anyway, so she could win that side. I'll pick Adora too, just to put her through to the finals.
Okay. I don't know. I
Bolin
mean,
had a good run here, though.
He did. I'm surprised he got that far. I kind of thought you would have picked Seahawk over him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember if I did or not.
Or maybe you did, and then it negated it.
Yeah.
So
okay, we have arrived at the finals.
Oh my god.
Somehow Sun came out of this other side. I barely remember it. But Sun from RWBY versus Adora from She-Ra.
I really thought it would be Korra versus Adora. I'm shooketh.
Yeah, Korra didn't even make it out of that. We almost had Korra losing to River.
We did.
River, I mean, all of these are good, though. River could have gotten to the finals, too.
No regrets.
2 blondes.
Blue eyes.
Yeah.
Super powered.
Both are buff. Tough one again with the buff. Tough one.
Yeah, oh no.
Tough one. I think Adora's more of a sweetheart.
I don't know. I mean, yeah. In the grand scheme, I think.
This is my fave versus Delaney's fave, so this is tough.
My fave lost. Well, who's dumber? I think Adora's dumber.
Yeah, we said dumb was Sun's handicap, but we also don't think. I think maybe this is a good matchup for Adora in the finals, just because she's not the dumbest in the bracket, but she's run up against someone who's like less dumb potentially.
I go back to with Sun. It feels more like an act. With Adora, she just has been sheltered, so she's actually dumb.
Yeah, in some respects.
With Sun, he's trying to be like funny.
Angel says I've known Sun for 10 minutes. Yeah, like I'm proud you're standing Sun with me now. I'm happy. I'd say watch RWBY for Sun, but don't. But it's not worth it.
Is it not worth? I mean, you can watch clips with him.
Watch like this. Is there a Sun compilation on YouTube?
There has to be. If you didn't make it, someone must have.
I know. I should. I gotta make the Sun fan cam. That's the
You
next
do.
fan cam.
Yes. When he comes back, when we go to Vacuo, you can do it.
Put like a glow effect around his abs.
He's Jesus now.
Yeah, ab Jesus. We love it. So Monkey Jesus.
Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Again, Buffer's tough. Dumber, we were saying Adora.
This is also kind of tough. I mean, because again, Adora's a strategist, but also Sun is too. Kind of, we just don't see it, but like we know he.
Yeah, Sun. He's
fighter.
the team leader, I think, right? So I think he's also.
Oh yeah, so that counts.
Yeah.
But like we've seen Adora be actively stupid. With Sun, I don't feel like we've seen that.
I think we'll put Adora for criteria 1. Okay, but I agree. Yeah. Steven, naive rather than done. I agree.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's a component. It's a component of it.
Yeah, we said that for JP too, but it's different because he's a kid. Like she is older.
Yeah. Yeah. It's true. She's had more time, but she was not much of a childhood in the Horde. But
brainwashed.
Yeah. Okay, dumber. Adora. Buffer, that's tough.
We have to come back to that. Let's go to Sweetheart
first. If we put Buffer for Adora over Bolin, I feel like Bolin's buffer than Sun, though.
Yes.
So that's an argument for Adora. Sweetheart, that's tough. That is tough.
Yeah. I feel like I would go with Sun for Sweetheart, but
I'd be tempted to Sun. I do think Sun is at the beginning of the show is less of a sweetheart than either of them are at any point in any of their shows, right? But I think Sun gets to be a super big sweetheart pretty quick.
Yes, I would agree with that. I keep going back to the fact that he was probably being sweet ultimately to get with Blake. But with Adora, she was actually like actively trying to be a good person when she realized she was on the wrong side.
Yeah, I think there's an argument for Adora for sweetheart. And I feel like you're going to pick her too. I think you're picking her.
I probably am because I'm... What do you say? There's a term for this. I don't know. Easily read. But I don't know. Sun gives off like a sweeter energy, if that makes sense. But like Adora is an actual sweeter character. It's a hard one.
Yeah, that's tough too. I'll pick Sun. I'll pick Sun just to give Sun a point because I don't think he's getting a lot of other points here.
Like just as your pick?
I'll say he's my pick. I'll say that. I can't pick against him. I can't do it. I think you're picking Adora.
Yeah, probably, yeah. I mean, we're going to have to go to Buff again. And
Dumber, we've already said Dumber is Adora, and Sweetheart and Buff. I think it's top 50-50, but...
yeah, definitely.
I'd lean Adora for both based on the criteria we've been using.
Yeah, me too. Because
Okay.
you said before if you go to Bolin versus Sun, Bolin
Yeah,
would
right.
be
That I
buffer.
think that's a convincing argument. There you go. Adora is our winner.
You were right.
Delaney, we did this for you.
You
Yeah,
won,
right. We
Delaney.
did it. Yeah, we have both of the reverse gender winners of the bracket. That's another incentive to pick Adora here.
Yeah.
There you go. I think Delaney would never have talked to me again if we had Sun winning over Adora.
I kind of think you're right.
So I think I had to, unfortunately.
What
We
do you mean,
had
unfortunately? He got to
I
the final round.
I'm proud of him for getting
I
to the
didn't think
final
he would get
round.
that far.
I know.
I thought Korra would get there.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few that could have definitely did it. Okay,
Yeah.
look, Lenny, if you weren't pushing so hard, maybe this wouldn't have happened. But
No, I don't think so. I was pushing pretty hard for her too. I thought she would win because Princess of Power.
Princess, yeah, power. There you go. Buffness. There, yeah. Okay,
It's
so
the title.
congratulations to Adora, our winner of the Himbo bracket.
Yay.
Good job. Good job.
Can't
People wanted us to pick Catra for Mean Girl too. I left her out, but I like that Catra Dora is maybe a Himbo Mean Girl relationship.
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah. That's a
Like,
blueprint.
I think it's the new thing we'd love to see.
It's an
Yeah,
interesting trope.
there you
Himbo
go.
Mean
At
Girl.
least Adora acts dumb, so I think it makes sense.
Is Lumity Himbo Mean Girl?
But yeah, we had Amity and Mean Girl. Is a Luz? We could have had Luz as the him on a Himbo. We actually could have had Luz in here.
I think so.
She's not buff enough, but we could have had her in
No,
here.
but she's very sweet and possibly dumb enough.
Yeah, the moral of the story, as Angel says, anyone can be a Mean Girl Himbo, and that's beautiful. It is beautiful. Yeah. And this wasn't even us trying to be subversive. I mean, I kind of
No,
manipulated a little
I
bit
mean
with
I
Mitch at the
you
end, but
know
like, yeah, this is like us.
both women
This
always
is the
win.
definitive answer, the definitive scientific bracket. Okay, let us.
Yes.
Yeah, awkward character. Yeah, let us know the bracket ideas. We're gonna have to end soon because Big Brother can't
I
get
liked
started
most
today.
hated
But
character in respective
most hated
fandoms.
character. I mean, we're gonna potentially do a cursed character podcast at some point.
Oh
So
yes, 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 yes.
yeah.
Also, there's another one that you said before. I don't remember what it was.
Let it give it. Tell us who it is on Discord, or comment on the video of this, or you can leave your comments there. I'll see them. But yeah, let us know what bracket you want us to do next. No guarantees that it's going to be in a week or something, but this has been fun. Thank you, Allie.
This is fun. I can't believe we did this bracket. It's the best.
Was it too stupid?
No, it's the right amount of stupid. I love it.
Ooh, Catboy Catgirl bracket. Ooh, a
There's not
literal
enough. We have
Catgirl
to,
bracket, or I mean energy though. Like
we would have to.
Angel
Oh
says
yeah, energy. Okay.
Interesting. I'm gonna consider
Okay.
that.
We would
I
have
like
to
that.
go into
I like
anime
that.
territory.
I like it. Yeah, I get anime. I mean, every anime is like Catgirl, right?
Anime
Blake. I mean, we
bracket?
get it.
No.
Blake is in there. We have a lot of Catgirls. Catra. Yeah,
Yeah,
we could do it
definitely.
actually. We could.
Who else? I'm blanking.
There's a
I don't
few.
know.
Roger and yeah,
Curse.
Roger's the definitely the cursed character of Craig. I think.
Oh, we could
Yeah.
do one that's like I don't know how to phrase this properly, but one-off character that should be in the group of main characters bracket, like Bobby should be with Craig's trio.
Yeah, what I said on the last podcast.
Come up
Yeah,
with a better
character
name.
who should best secondary character that should be a main character. Yeah, if we have a name for it. Okay.
It's better.
Let us know your ideas. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you're subscribed to protect at all costs. Yeah, cinnamon roll bracket.
Oh
I think
my
would be a
God,
good
yes,
one. I think
cinnamon roll
cinnamon roll is a
bracket.
good one.
And then cinnamon roll with an S, but that's basically cursed character.
I like yeah. So some sort of. I mean, we're gonna do the cursed character podcast. So I don't know if we want to do the bracket, but we could do
Worst
a version
character
of it.
Gary. Oh yeah, no,
Worst
yeah. If it's a
character, yeah.
podcast, no.
Azusa for
Azusa?
the cat girl, yeah, from K-On!
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there we have a
Yum.
bunch, yeah. Okay, so keep those thoughts. Thank you for watching, guys. I also want to plug our Twitches since we're live streaming. I'm gonna post that in the chat. This is did that work? I don't think that worked. Okay, we're gonna do it individually. First of all, my Twitch, which I'm not streaming as frequently. Then we're gonna plug Delaney's Twitch because she was gonna be here and she's a professional Twitch streamer. And then we're gonna plug Allie's Twitch, even though I don't know if you've streamed
I
recently.
don't. Last time I streamed was when I played The Last of Us, but I'm trying to stream more often.
Follow us on Twitch. Delaney's potentially streaming soon, but hopefully she feels better. I might stream on Monday. So we'll stream animated content on here, and then, any of us personally doing something, I guess, would be on our Twitches, right?
Yeah. Games, shows, game shows.
Game show. Yeah, we might do a game show on here at some point, too.
We totally should.
Yeah, that'd be fun. It'd be a lot of like I couldn't get your video on the screen, but so well that might be a stretch. But yeah, Delaney stream.
Yeah, it could
Follow
be
Delaney Burrito Noir.
Delaney. It doesn't have to. We don't have to be on screen for trivia game. Everybody knows our voices. If
That's
we
true.
can
It
make
could
it
just
work,
be
it'd be
audio.
cool.
It could just be audio. Yeah. There you go.
Or
Okay.
do all-
Any last thoughts, Allie?
I can't believe we did this, but I'm very happy we did.
Yeah, it was
And
fun.
I appreciate that people actually watched. This is great.
People were invested in this idea, and
I was so invested. I thought you were gonna. I thought it was just gonna be a joke.
No, we did it. We did it, and it would be even more meme if we did the cat girl bracket. But we might do it.
We're gonna do
Am I
it.
too embarrassed to tweet from the overly animated account cat girl bracket? I did tweet a
No.
fan. I did tweet a fan cam from it, so I think
You
I
have to do it.
Okay.
You have to do it.
Yeah. Okay. We'll see. Thank you guys for watching.
Thanks,
Thank you,
everybody.
Allie. And
Thank you.
we see you. Subscribe and look out for tweets. We see you next time. Bye.
Bye.